Hi everyone, you are officially welcome to a session with cohort 13 students. I'm really excited about this session. I don't think I've had any meeting with cohort 13 students yet. So this is my first official meeting with cohort 13. Adeoli, I don't know if you have had a session with cohort 13.
No, I have not. One was supposed to be scheduled by some members, but they never got back to me.
Oh, okay, great. So this is officially the first time we are meeting cohort 13 members in this community, and I'm excited about it and how far we're going to take this particular meeting. All right. So as I mentioned before we joined and indicated in the communique that we shared around, this session is a session for us to deliberate on how we're going to be able to assist you all on your journey to becoming software engineers. I can say that we are fortunate to have been in cohorts ahead of you, right? So it's only good or serves it right for us to now come back as members of the community or managers of the community to want to help you also succeed in the program. So meeting with you today is just focused on how to make you succeed or assist you in succeeding in the program. I will pause here and take in introductions. I love to know who we are working with because I really want to know you one-on-one. The same way I also encourage you to know almost everyone here on the call. So yes, let's start. On the top, I can see Anifiok. Anifiok. Hi, Akpabio, are you there? Hi, Akpabio, are you there?
I'm with you. Thank you so much.
Great, great. Good evening. Oh, let's talk.
Feels good to be here.
Great. Or are you busy right now? Because I want us to talk. I want you to introduce yourself and all so that we get to know you. Hi. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. Daisy. Daisy. Is that C language, C programming, or C++? Daisy, are you there? Guys, if you come here, this is what we are coming to do right now. It should be as quick as possible. I don't want any delays from introductions. Daisy, are you there? Next person, Constance. Constance, are you there? I think I remember Constance from Twitter, right? Hi, Constance. If you are speaking, I can't hear you. Constance, I didn't hear what you said. Next person on the list. Okay, please next. Oh, what's happening? Hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, though.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so I'm wondering why no one is responding. Ibrahim Uzar, are you there? Hi, Ibrahim. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
I'm Ibrahim Uzairu by name. I'm from cohort 12.
From cohort 12?
Yes, I'm from cohort 12.
Okay, I'm actually struggling to hear you. It looks like you're far away from your microphone. Could you get any closer?
Okay, so what of now?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, I'm from cohort 12. So
okay.
Actually, we need guidance. We need a mentor as yeah, so the way you are doing things, actually I'm appreciating it because yes, this just serve as a guide because actually we need guide because without it, I think most of us cannot make it because the program is actually stressful. So thank you for all this you are doing. Really appreciate it. Thank you,
Sure.
sir.
That's fine. No worries. So hopefully, well, we have a lot in stock planned for the community at large. So we're going to be going cohort by cohort, right? So we'll definitely have a session for cohort 12. Already, I know cohort 12 at least has been very active in the community, engaging with one another. But then we'll see to it to ensure that everyone who is committed, I keep saying, emphasis is on you, the individual, not us as a team. So you, the individual, we are going to do our best, but it's all boils down to you. So if you are committed to the cause, then we are also going to do our best to assist you get to your destination. Great. So nice to meet you, Ibrahim.
Nice
You're
to
welcome.
meet you. Thank you, sir.
Great. The next person is a Kelvin that has been spelled that way. Kelvin Corey. Is that Kelvin? Hi. People are letting me sound as if I am on air right now. And you can't hear me. Kelvin Corey, are you there? All right. Next person, Onyora. Hi, are you there? Oh, guys, you can't jump into a meeting and not be present. Yes, hi. Good evening.
Yeah, good
How are you?
evening. I'm fine.
Great. Happy
My
to
name
have
is,
you here.
thank you. My name is Honor Annam Martins. I'm from
Matt.
cohort 13.
Okay.
Yes, I'm from cohort 13.
Okay, great.
Yeah, actually, the program has actually been going on fine, plus the stress and every other thing. The
Okay.
thing I appreciate about it is actually the stress, because the more stress it is, the more you keep going. And then I'm so happy to be here because I've always wanted to be with my colleagues, because most of the times we don't communicate well with the Slack.
Okay.
But actually being in the community actually is actually very helpful, and it will go a very long way to assist us. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
You're welcome, Martins. All right, that's great. So at least I know. Oh, sorry, Martins, which country?
Okay.
Let me get that. Nigeria. Okay. So one of the essence of me letting everyone do the introduction is for you to also get to know each other. So it's not about me trying to know you. It's in my best interest to know everybody on the call. But at the end of the day, it's also in your own best interest to also know everybody on the call. So when I ask somebody to speak up, I want you to pay attention, listen to it. I mean, right now, somebody says, I'm in cohort 13, I'm in Nigeria. He has expressed his opinion concerning joining a community, coming here and all. You would note that if you are the person or someone with similar interests, then it's an opportunity for you to note this person down. Oh, Martin spoke on the call doing this and he said this. Let me reach out. Hi, Martin. I just met you on the call during the app and you said this. I'm also interested. I want to connect with you. Can we be buddies? Like you start a conversation from there, okay? It's always good to start a conversation on common ground, and such a gathering is a good start for everyone who wants to connect with another. So yes, that was Martins from Nigeria, cohort 13. Great to have you here. The next person, Stephen Chum. Is that very much? Is that you?
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Stephen Chum. I'm from Ghana. I'm also in cohort 13. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
deferred from cohort 9 actually because the pressure from deadlines and all that was getting to me. So I decided to start all over again and start it right. So this is me.
Oh, okay. I have a very close friend, a very good friend of mine called Stephen Merima. So I was wondering if he was the one. Yeah.
No. I'm still
Okay, that's good. I mean, we're happy to have you here, and at least you have been through the shege before, and you decided to, I mean, take your time and go through it. That's really good and admirable, and I hope that the efforts that you're putting in at least is going to pay off, right? And we are here to help in any way we can. So hopefully, as we have this discussion, I want you to be able to speak out, like with the experience that you have, the challenges and all, and how you think that will be able to assist you on this journey. Please voice it out and let's be able to help you that much. All right, thank you. Let's talk to a few other people, then we'll start. All right, Kefke, are you there? You're supposed to be in cohort 12, right? Kefke? Are you there? Oh, goodness. Okay, so any other person who hasn't spoken in the next 2 minutes, introduce yourself, tell us your cohort and country you are in from in the next 2 minutes. Anyone?
Hello.
Hi, who is speaking? Kelvin or Sharif? Who is that?
I'm Sharif from Nigeria.
Hi, Sharif. How are you
I'm in
doing?
court. I'm fine. First
Great.
of all, I want to thank you for the the support you've been trying to extend to a lot of people. I've read your articles on hash notes, and I've always, the first thing when I get my project every morning, the first thing I do is to go to YouTube and watch the PLD you held before even thinking of accessing the ALX resource, and it has been of immense help to me, and I'm really grateful for your effort.
You're welcome, and I'm also happy to hear that. And I hope I haven't disappointed you by not creating more content. But then, hey, we are here, and you're welcome.
Actually, what all that has been given to us has been there. I've been able to find most of the projects, all of the projects that will be.
Then you are yet to get disappointed. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So
yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Why is this thing not working? Yep. All right. Next person. Hi, Kelvin. Is that Kelvin? The spelling is hi.
It's a hi.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, this is Kevin Cohort. It's supposed to be Kevin. I think it's a misspelling. So I'm from Nairobi, and I want to say I appreciate the videos that you make, and they are very useful. And also sharing with us one-on-one like this, it's very helpful. Looking forward to continue being part of the team. And also just one request, if you can make time, maybe tomorrow or in the course of the before our deadline, you do something on the printf to assist the team. Yeah, we'll greatly appreciate that.
Printf is one project that I've actually run away from because of its history with me in the program. I'm coming.
Maybe you can share with us some resources to maybe find a way to how to go about it.
I share resources. I thought I said you see, one thing that a lot of people refuse to do is that this Telegram community started when I started a program, and everything that we did is in the group. So all resources, videos, like everything we did is actually in the group. And you have to, yesterday when I was setting up this meeting, I clicked to the media for the group. and I saw the very first PLD that I did in this group, which I didn't even publish to YouTube because at the time I hadn't thought about putting things on YouTube. It was just for the 9 people that I had in the group. Okay. And I saw it and I'm like, people are always telling me you didn't do any video on flowcharts, you didn't do any video on pseudocode and things, but they are here in the group and nobody is digging. So maybe your curiosity hasn't gotten to that level yet, because I feel that yes, when we started off, it wasn't as segregated as it is right now. But I feel with media and like the various types of media, so links, videos, documents, and co, you could just go through any cohort, or especially the one with the previous messages, the topic with previous message, or channel with the title previous messages. You probably find those things in there. Just do a quick find or search in there, and hopefully you come up with something. Okay, because I remember I probably did something about printf. The thing about printf is that I published a video. I actually did it publicly when I was doing printf with my colleague, my partner. We were streaming live on Twitch. So I recorded it and published it on YouTube, and I got removed from the ALX program because of that. So when I came back, printf is one project. Like right now, if you ask me, technically, I'm not sure I'll be able to even do the printf. Like I haven't looked at it again because of the history I have with it. Yeah, so I won't be able to. I can't tell you that. Like if I tell you tomorrow I'll be able to hold a session and teach you printf, I'm lying. If I'm coming in and you will talk about it, so don't worry. We'll find a way, but I can't tell you that tomorrow because my schedule is very tight right now. Okay, so we'll find a way around it. I mean, once you've passed the deadline, now just relax. If you are still in the program and you haven't left, just relax, focus on understanding. Okay, it's not about the marks that you got. It's not about whether you were able to do it or not. It's about the concepts that you needed in there to be able to do it. Did you really appreciate them? So I would now be teasing out concepts. So when we talk about variadic functions, do you understand what they are, right? Like all of those nitty-gritties that come together to form am I talking about? Anyway, some people are shell and printf. That's cohort 12 and cohort 13. So it's just about the concept. If you appreciate the concept, then you can use it. And that is always my focus. This community, I don't focus on solving ALX tasks. Never. Like that's never my focus. It's about understanding the concept. Now, if you want to do something on your own with those same concepts, maybe you want to build your own custom function, not necessarily printf, a function that does something that you want it to do and be able to use it. You should be able to do that. Okay, so we'll concentrate on those ones, right? I hope that sits well with all of you. Okay, that was Kelvin. The rest, I didn't hear from who? Ari. Who is Ari? The name here is Ari. I haven't heard from you. Idorini. Henry. I haven't heard from Henry. Kurt, I think you spoke earlier about that was just to tell me that you could hear me. Kurt, are you there?
Yeah, Obed, I'm around. I'm here.
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you too?
I'm good as well. From Ghana?
Yes, I'm from Ghana. I'm actually supposed to be in cohort 8, but I went off a bit, so I was taking off the program.
That's
and
fine.
I reapplied to join up with cohort 12. And I made a mistake, so I'm supposed to wait till 1st of June to start. So I'm just waiting and then doing some other things on the side.
That's fine. I mean, but have we chatted up before? Your profile picture seems
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we spoke here I think we had a call about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
We spoke.
That's fine. Because the profile picture looks quite familiar. Okay.
Yes, and we also spoke on Twitter
Okay.
because I think I was talking to you about the deferral and then the date issue. So I wanted to change the date, but now semester is almost beginning, so I have to do some preparation. So I think the break is also good for me.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. So sometimes it's for me, I feel bad when I'm not able to recognize somebody. So I always try to find out the link, but you have to pardon me. I mean, I'm trying my best, and the numbers are increasing by the day. And unfortunately, we don't get to show. Like right now, I'm showing my face. Every one of you can identify me, but you people will never show your face. So I struggle to identify you. So maybe we'll host. How do they call those things? Watch party or whatever. Maybe we should start. Adeole, are you there? One of these days we should start. Even Adeole, have you ever showed your face on camera before?
I don't think so.
You are scared of your political enemies, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I'm scared of my political enemies. So they don't get
Sally, but sometimes I mean it's necessary because it wouldn't feel good. See how like Kurt is from Ghana, Steven is from Ghana. I mean Steven mentioned he's from Accra, right? And I mean Accra, we bump into each other, we don't know ourselves, but we talk on phone.
They will know
Like,
you.
it doesn't make
Not
sense. They will know me, but it doesn't make sense. Somebody will now see me and I'll pass by and say, "Oh, this guy when he met me, he didn't," and I don't like that. I mean, we should all get to know one another. So maybe we would have dedicated sessions for that. We need community planners who will be planning those things, events. Exactly. Yes. So we have to talk about that. Great. So yeah, guys, what we're going to do is thanks for those of you who have introduced yourself. Thank you so much. If you are yet to introduce yourself, this is what's going to happen. When I ask you about something and you are going to share with us, try your best to now introduce yourself before you share whatever you are going to share with us. So as I mentioned earlier, I have my pen and my pen and my paper. My pen and paper. Yes, I have it here to record things, to write down things that you need assistance with. The good thing is that now I wear 2 caps, or 3. I wear 3 caps. The first cap that I wear is that I'm in cohort 7, right? So I'm someone who is already in the program. I'm still in the program, and therefore I can share some of the experiences when you go ahead, right? Adeole, my partner here too, is also in cohort 7. Then Adeole myself are managing the community. So that's also another hat that we are wearing right now. We are managing the community and we want to see every member succeed. At least those who are committed to succeeding, we want to see everyone succeeding. Then the third hat that I am wearing right now is that I am kind of a part-time staff for ALS, right? So if there are things that we, the students, cannot do and it comes up, I still will be able to present it at the staff level for something to be done about it, okay? So I really want to hear what your problems are, what your challenges are, please, especially for cohort 13 members. I said we are going to do the session for all cohorts. Now we are focusing on cohort 13 and we need to find a solution. Help everyone. Talk for yourself. So yes, let me stop talking and let's get the ball rolling. What is your biggest challenge so far in the program? You as an individual. Please, the mic is open. Anyone should go. Cohort 13 members.
All right.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. My biggest challenge so far in the program is actually keeping up with the resources and then finishing the project given. Now, I understand the fact that before you gain admission into the program, we actually thought that it is not going to be easy. And we are told that we are going to be 10 hours every day. But from the look of things and the situations around, if you actually want to succeed, from what I found out, you need to be dedicating more than 10 hours a day. And then that is not actually the issue. But when you fail to submit your project on time, which you reduce your score to 65%, I think ALX should be considerate enough that on the second submission, that the 65% score should be increased at least 75. Depending on the fact that the person couldn't submit and was able to submit on the second trial, because 65 is a whole lot poor for someone that submitted on the second trial. Maybe the 65 can take place when the person failed to submit on the second date of submission. I think that's my own observation so far.
Okay. So let me piggyback on the challenge that you have. I mean, with increasing the score and anything, you obviously are aware that we the students can't do anything about it. So it will just be me as a messenger trying to carry the message across, right? So I'll do that. But we'll have to deliberate some other things that we can do something about. So when you talk about resources and not finishing the project, is it that the resources, like you have a problem with the resources? Is it that the resources are too many for you to go through? Like, what's the actual problem with the resources?
The resources are few compared to the project. So after reading the resources, you still have to go in search of extra resources to actually back yourself to carry out the task. Because most of the time, if I hope on the resources, because when I kicked off the program newly, I was just following the resources, and then I found that if I keep following the resources, it's going to be a very big issue. So what I do is when I wake up by 6 a.m., because that's when I get the project in Nigerian time, I will see the topic, I will go to YouTube, download resources, then read the resources provided by ALX. But the truth about it is the resources provided by ALX are not always enough. I'm not asking for you to be direct. I'm asking for you to be enough to finish the project. Because sometimes making researches on your own is also time-consuming itself.
Okay, just making research. So in my opinion, like that making research is also essential for you. Because if everything is provided, then you're not going to learn the skill of researching for information by yourself. And as a software engineer, that's like one key thing that you need to be able to do. So what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I accept that making research is very, very important when it comes to software engineering. But then I'm also taking the fact that if we are also making researches to get the materials should be provided, yes. But then we can make researches when we start answering the questions. But then if the materials are provided, and then we read through the materials, and then when we see the questions, then you can go and make further research on how you can.
But is that not the case?
Yeah?
Is that not the case?
Yeah, that is the case.
I mean, right now, is that not the case? Because today when I open my internet for my tasks, I have a couple of resources here that I need to read. So I go through it and I come to start. And if I'm doing a project and I realize that there is something that I'm lacking, then I go back to do further research. Is that not the case?
Yes, that's the case. And the truth is, in our current project for today, what's the name of the project again? On the single link list.
Okay.
The materials provided. If you go to the materials, you find out that they also gave some further links for further reading. Now, and those they gave for further reading, the truth is, I've been reading those links for over 4 hours now, just to cover up the topics. And I really appreciate the further links. Now, if I get to see the question and I observe that I'm still shallow, then I can go on my own personal research at the same time. But then when you get to meet 2 or 3 materials for a work of project, and then when you're done with it and get to the question and then go back to make a research, it kind of, I would like to say, street dumping or.
So if you come and there is 1,000 resources too, would that also be good?
Of course, if there are 1,000 resources, then you know that when you fail to go through almost all and get the question, then you can have somewhere to refer back to. And then when that place is too bulky, then you can go for your own personal research.
You switched off your camera. Sorry. I thought today someone wanted to show their face. I was happy to see. Who was that?
Sorry, doctor, that was a mistake. But since you ask,
oh no, I mean you shouldn't. I'm not teaching, right? I'm not writing anything. If I'm writing, then you can say that you are disturbed. So please feel free to share your face if you want to. I mean, I want to know everybody's sound. Great, great. Hi, yes, hi everyone. That's great. I mean, today is. Yes, go ahead.
All right, as I was saying, the resources, if you get to meet 1,000 of them, and then when you fail to complete it and then get to the question, you can have something to fall back to. And when you feel that, okay, if I fall back to it's going to work for me, you can then go for your own personal research. Maybe over the weekend, you can get your time and go through all the provided resources.
Because listen, if you have like the 1,000 resources and you are still going to do further research, like does it really make sense? Because the essence is, if I have, let's say I'm setting a task for an ALX student, I've done all the research, and I've got 1,000 resources, and you don't have the time to read it. Because always, to me, I think resources are never scarce. Like they are plentiful, they are always available. It's the time to go through it that is a scarce commodity that we can talk about. But if the problem is really the resource, then I don't know exactly how we are going to solve it. Like they should bring more resources. Will you even get the time to go through it? Because I know ALX tasks. Like right now, I'm looking at 2 tasks I have to submit before 6 a.m. Like 2 projects.
I just started my own task for the day. I'm still going through the.
So if we add more resources, will more resources be a solution? I mean, we want solutions. Like right now, I don't even care about what's the intranet and all. Like you guys, you as the individual. That's what I'm saying. Talk to me as the individual. You, what is the thing that you want? If it is resource that you want, and I should go and do the research, I'm coming. I should go and do the research and get you the resource. I can go and do the research and get you the thousands of resources you want. But now, talk to me. If you having a problem, how do you want, or what do you want as a solution to the problem? Your colleague wants to say something, so let him say it, then we'll continue. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Merveille, and I'm in South African Cape Town. Regarding ALX and the project, to be honest, I don't really have a lot to complain. I don't have complaints. I wouldn't say actually the quality of the education that ALX is giving is really good, and to be honest, is way better than normal university. I will say that for me. And the platform, the intranet, and the project, the pace in which the project is being given, it's just amazing. I personally wish I was full-time doing ALX. Unfortunately, that's not the case for me. I'm also a student at university doing computer engineering. So there's a bit of a difference between software engineering and computer engineering. So for me, I would say the fact that I'm balancing ALX and my own study, which are already very demanding and difficult, that's where the difficulty comes for me. So sometimes I may feel overwhelmed with everything. Sometimes I don't know what to prioritize, ALX or my own study. You understand? And I'm very passionate about ALX as well. And I have to think also about my own study where I pay money for compared to ALX, which is good quality. I don't pay. So sometimes all of that's the reality. So when it comes to the task, I would say what is missing for me, it is a platform like this. So that I know we say peer learning, but the reality is we need, eventually, I'm sure with time, we'll improve the quality of that peer learning that we say. Because the more platform like this we have, and we solve like problem together, the more we learn quickly, the more better. Because most of the time is yourself with your resources, and then you are figuring it out. So if you have some background in programming and problem solving, you solve them. And if you don't have, you have to research, you have to check old cohorts, and then you see how they solve the problem. Sometimes you don't figure it out by yourself. You have access in all seniors who have solved the same problem. You see the way they solve. If you don't have time, for those who think they can do that, they just copy and paste. But for others who feel like, I want to learn, they see the way it was solved. They try themselves, they try to change here and there, and then you learn in the process. So I would say I learn faster when there is this kind of communication, this kind of platform, this kind of discussion on solving a various problem. In that way, I learn faster. I'm able to ask, why did you put that? Why did you create that? Why did you put, like for me, this is how I learn fast. And then I hope that if we could create like not a daily, but I know we have project 24 hours, but every 2 days, this type of discussion, solve like a online solving the task debate or discussion, or solving the task together, not copy and pasting.
Hold on.
Be something amazing.
Hold on. I want to pick on that and hear others' opinion on it, because I have been thinking about something, but hold on, let me answer my door right now. Sorry.
No problem.
Right. So sorry about that. Yeah. So I want to pick on that we deliberate on it, right? Regular discussions. I mean, that's ideally the essence of the peer learning model, right? So that we'll come for meetings like this and discuss, take problems and discuss and all. And I feel that maybe it's not being done very right, and every one of you will have an opinion as to how it should be done and all. And in fact, I and Adewale and some other colleagues initially, right from the beginning, we thought about it. And so what's the best way that we can do this? I mean, Telegram unfortunately allows like one live stream at a time. And the reason why we actually came to Telegram so that we could record our sessions, have community in here. It's not like some link, external link that we take and off. So we're looking for platforms to encourage all of this. We thought about them, but now I want you guys to speak out concerning that. Okay, so Marcus, you brought a point up, but then let me hear from your other colleagues. Is it something they are willing to get into? What is your expectation concerning that? If we are going to be meeting regularly, what exactly are you expecting to meet? Like, do you want the type where, hey, we are still to a topic, you're supposed to come and teach today, or we just come without really a focus, we come and we start today, we all discuss it? How? Let me listen to you. So any other person on the call, apart from these two, let me hear from you as well before we come back to them. Any other person on the call?
Hello, my name is Constance from Accra.
Hi, Constance. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
So I think the best, for me, that's my suggestion. But I think what we can do is, apart from having discussion on the concepts that we have projects on, one thing we can do is that sometimes people have issues with particular concepts. So maybe before the topic at hand or the concept at hand, if anyone has issue with a previous concept, then that can be discussed initially, or there can be maybe 2 separate days per week for the general discussion, and then a discussion on the concept at hand.
Okay, so if I understand clearly what you're saying, we should have meetings where we are not necessarily coming to discuss a topic that we've selected, but we are coming to help people who have problems with a particular concept. Is that it? Like we choose type sessions. Okay. So we have sessions to discuss concepts, to discuss. All right. That is well noted. Any other person with an opinion concerning that?
Hello.
Hi. Sorry
Hello,
if you
can you
see
hear
me
me?
looking down. Yes, please. I'm trying to admit those who are joining the group and those who are asking for group link. Okay, that's why I keep going to my phone. Yes, I can hear you. You can go ahead. Who was speaking? Was that Sheriff? Sheriff, was it you? Oh, who was speaking? Sheriff, if you are speaking, we can't hear you. Every other person is muted. So, yes, any other opinion saying that? Yes, guys. Okay, so if there's no opinion right now, the next thing I'm asking is for us to have this discussion. Obviously, I'm not the one coming to say, hey, core 13 members, today you have a discussion, let's meet up. Like you know that it's practically impossible, right? Because I'm also a student, just as you. I'm in my own cohort. I'm struggling with my own problems. Then also there are other cohorts that I have to see to it that everyone too is doing this and all. So it's practically impossible. And for that matter, I mean, no, let's see from this angle. Would you prefer smaller groups discussions or larger groups? Let's say like a meeting like this, or one where you have just 4 or 5 of you. Then once in a while, some of us can jump in anytime. I mean, right now, going forward, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a team of us who would be circulating around the various cohorts meetings and all. So you have your meeting. We know when you're having your meeting. I can just jump in, assist with anything you need me to assist with, or guidance or anything like that. But the question is, how do you want the meetings? Do you want it like open as, oh, everybody in cohort 13 in this community is able to join the group, or you want us to split you into smaller groups? Then you are, I mean, I'm just thinking aloud. So bring your thoughts. This is for cohort 13. You people should be talking, be the ones talking. So yes, anyone.
I think, Obed, I think the general one will be best because
Okay.
even on this call, there are just 15 of us
Yeah.
with those from even other cohorts. So if we are trying to break it up into smaller groups, I don't know how big the group will be.
Okay.
So if we have a general call like this, as time goes on, when people get interested and then there are more people on the call, then we can decide on splitting into groups. But for starters, maybe we should just do the general one.
What I can add is that naturally, what this is from my observation. Naturally, we people, we like to be spoon-fed. We like to be given. So most of the time, we would like to just join, and then there is someone who is moderating, and then is giving the answer. And so naturally, this is what people we are, and that's what we want to. But for the sake of learning, that's not obviously the best way. The best way is to take ownership of, and like the whole methodology of ALX just makes sense. Like so now, when it comes to the practicality, my suggestion would be something like we are from the beginning, let's say from we are splitted maybe in group of 10, and I don't know if it's automatic splitting or how group of 10, and that group of 10, they work together. They are a team who work together from the beginning until. So all the projects need to be solved not by individual going and coding by themselves, but by a team effort, like sitting in a meeting like this, doesn't matter how much hours it takes, solving the problem, the one who knows better explain the others, and the next one, the one who didn't understand is forced to also be able to explain, like collaborating like over and over and over. Like I think that's because the reason I'm giving that idea is because like I read one of the posts that you posted was concerning the whole thing is about solving problem, having this problem solving ability, and that's that you can only gain it by solving many problems. Like no one is born with it. You just solve many problems, then you become good at it. So that would be my suggestion, honestly, because that's my difficulty personally.
Yes. Any other? Sharif. Hi, Sharif. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I was saying that our PLD at the intranet isn't working for me, because sometimes I get there and there's no one, because there's no fixed time. I think the PLD is open for the day.
So Sharif, relax on that. At the staff level, they are thinking about it, what best to do and all. So now in the community level, let's see what exactly can we do to assist ourselves. All right. So your problem
that's what I'm trying to draw out. That at least if we could have that community in the community here where you can collaborate. There's a fixed time where you can collaborate with your colleagues to share ideas, to deliberate about the project. I think it will be very, very good. Just like what my friend Katumba also was trying to say. I think it really makes sense, and it will further help us really.
So you support the grouping of say 10 students each per group.
Exactly, and so we have the we maybe in the same cohort, we all have the same level of knowledge. So sometimes we might invite someone maybe we are going through a problem and it's a little bit difficult for us. Sometimes, just as you said, that you'll be going from group to group or cohort to cohort. Yeah, sometimes people like you who are ahead of us can be invited to the group to explain some concept. We can deliberate. I fully support his idea, actually.
All right. That makes sense. Any other person? Yes, any other person? Adewale, are you there?
Good evening.
All right, good evening. Go ahead. Ali?
So I believe I think the grouping is nice, but we can just say that maybe like 2 times in a month would have maybe general.
Oh,
Then we
okay.
have group like every week, and then maybe two times or once in a month we have general. I think that's also good. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that I was muted.
Oh, let's hear you, man.
Yeah, so I think both positions have some merits, but you don't have to choose one. Like she just said, you can have like a hybrid. So you have the general group meetings, then you have I believe ALX try to do the body group thing, something more along the lines of the body group. like a smaller, more consistent group that meets more frequently, and there's also part of a larger group that meets less frequently. Yeah, so I think that might be the best approach.
Okay. But my other concern about group meetings is, I mean, I believe that it depends on the individual, right? But since we are deliberating, let me just bring it up that, hey, I'm struggling to find time to learn on my own. And I can't imagine every day or 2 days I have to come and spend time with you guys. Maybe eventually it's just one thing one topic we're trying to understand, and because of that, we spend a whole 2 hours of our meeting. I couldn't get enough time to go and read my resources and all. Like, I'm just thinking aloud. That is likely to happen, right? Because throughout my 6 years in the university, being in a study group, we had people who would come in and they drop out. We had like the 6 members that were constant. We started from first year to final year. But then along the line, a couple of people will come in, they will jump off, they will come in, they will jump off because they don't have that time. Like, I've not learned anything and I'm here and all. Do we think, like, looking at these challenges, like, is it something that is going to work? And this is why I wish, like, the cohort 13 people speaking. Let me hear from you. If, let's say, if it is, say, 5 people that I see are committed, and I think that we should pair those 5 people because you all agree that you want to be paired and you are willing to spend this couple of hours doing this, then I can hold you to your word and say you are the ones who said it. You said you are going to do this. We are also backing you. We are coming in to assist whenever we can and all. So let me hear from you guys. Is that a possibility that, or you think it should be less frequent? Once every week, or I know from Adeole's experience, you will share about the possibility of there are people who meet every single day, and it comes with its own advantages, right? Because you get to learn a lot of things and a lot of perspective from people and all. But that, I believe, it's totally up to you as an individual. So please let me hear from you or what you think about that as well. Guys. Okay, Kelvin?
Hi. Yeah. Yes. I think it should be more frequent, maybe a day or 2 days in between, and also with smaller and more intimate groups where you get to know each other on a personal level. I think that is how we can all keep each other accountable. With the groups that we get from the internet assigned on peer learning days, you might meet 1 or 2 people, but you don't get to stay in touch because at the end of that peer learning day, that is the last time you get to speak with that person, or maybe unless you follow up with them on the Slack, and it gets a bit difficult to stay in touch. If we can keep the groups to maybe constant of 5 people, could rotate once in a while, but we keep them the same, and we have the sessions more frequently, maybe once or
but
twice.
let me ask you as an individual. So if we are to meet like on daily basis, as you are suggesting, or you said frequently, I'm just using on daily basis, and say every day we are dedicating, say, 2 hours of our time to discuss, and you happen to be coming and maybe in that space of 2 hours, because as I always preach, I'm not an advocate of even using that 2 hours to sit and solve ALS tasks. I'm not an advocate of it. If you were trying to solve a task and you had a problem, then you bring it and we try solving it and all that, I will accept. But for us to now come and start and say, oh, tax zero, let's read tax zero. What does tax zero do? Let's solve it. Like, I'm really not an advocate for that. Will you be okay with, say, spending that 1 hour or 2 hours per meeting where you are just deliberating on concept to try and understand the concept? And how is that going to affect your ability to work on your task and submit it on time? I said that was my opinion. It doesn't mean it is right or wrong. And we can deliberate and come up with the one that works for every one of us. So let me hear from you.
Yeah, I think.
Hello.
Sorry. Yes, go ahead.
Sheriff, hold on. Let's Kelvin go on that.
Yeah. I think it can be just deliberating on concept without being task specific, but also I believe the task will come up. It can be the guide. The concept for the day can be the task for the day can build up on we can build up on that to start on that, and then we pick up on.
Yes, I agree that the only points that I didn't like, and that was what I was trying to clarify, is that, I mean, you know how people jump into group meetings with expectation that, oh, today we are doing this project. So once I'm coming, I know that it is that project that I'm coming to solve. So I don't expect to come and waste 2 hours, like in quote, waste quote, 2 hours whilst I haven't done my tasks. Okay. So when I started hosting PLDs, that was the problem that some people had with me. Like when they come, they expected that, oh, if it is saying what concept, say loops in C, you actually teach them by opening the intranet and saying, okay, for this task, this is how you solve it. Okay, whereby we're actually, unlike, I mean, that's not exactly the model I'm proposing, but we're actually discussing the concept of loops. I want you to understand loops. So, hey, let's discuss loops. Do you understand it? Do you have a question about loops? We try and appreciate loops, maybe practically how is it used and all. Then now you can go back and do your tasks on your own. But as I'm saying, if there is any specific task that is boggling, then it could come up. I mean, anybody, even when I was hosting PLDs, I said I wasn't solving ALX tasks. There are times that people would now say, based on this thing that you said, what does this mean in our task? Or how am I supposed to do something like this in my task? And we answer it. But for us to come with the opinion that I'm coming, anytime I come, I know that I'm going to get my task done. And that's why I'm joining. If that is out of the way, will we still want to come? That's the only focus that I have right now. Will you still want to come if it is not ALX tax, but then the concept and how to apply it? I want all the meetings to take, okay, that's my personal preference. Anyway, if you get to start the meetings, you can change it based on your situation and how best it is. But I want something that we think is going to work. Then we'll try that model and see.
Yeah, I think that is great. Yeah. Let me.
Okay, so you'll be willing to spend an hour or two for that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
yes, I will too. I will
okay,
too. I think
all right.
it's good. Yeah.
All right, that's good to know. Sharif, you wanted to say something? Marvis, you want to say something?
Oh, yes. Sometime this is okay. This is also just based on I'm in cohort 13. Based on my experience, sometimes you understand the concept, however, you fail to approach a task. I don't know if this has happened to anyone, but to me, sometimes this has happened. The concept you understand,
it happens to me. It happens to me. It happens to everybody in the program.
You understand the concept really well, and you try it also like in other things, but I just find it sometimes very hard to approach the task. So since we are debating on the model of like peer learning or of those discussion, we can also add the aspect of, so it is, let's say it's a 2 hours meeting. We can add the aspect of let's say 1 hour of debating on the concept, on making sure that everyone bring us a point. We can also maybe deliberate on who takes the lead. Since if we are already a team, well-structured team, we can rotate on who takes the lead for each project. We know this is, you take the lead and then you run it. And 1 hour of that, and 1 hour that we have remain is to also discuss, to also debate on how to approach those tasks, because then you will realize someone else might come up with an idea that solves the same task different to the idea that you solve. Then you come out of the meeting with not only one way of solving the problem, but various way. For that project, you may have used one way, but later on in the industry, you can use various other ways that you have learned from others. So I don't think it is bad solving some task or solving even the advanced task, together, and leaving all the mandatory tasks on yourself. You go and play with, but all the advanced tasks we put our head together in solving them. So, okay, that's also just an idea, but I'm giving the idea based on what I think I will learn from the most.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. With regards to exactly what is done during the meeting, I feel that when a group meets, they have the liberty to come up with their own plan that works with them, right? I think that is good, and I don't have any issue provided everyone who is committed to that group is getting the benefit of being part of the group. Okay, what I don't want is set expectations for yourself, then you come and be disappointed. And that's why I was laying emphasis on, I mean, a lot of people are in the program and their goal is to be able to solve tasks. Okay, and that's why I always want to lay that foundation that my focus is not the task. It doesn't mean, I mean, if you understand it very well to the extent, you should be able to tackle it in one way or the other. Okay, so I think we'll hold on with the details as to exactly what you do there, but now focus on if it is something we want to do and how we want to do it. So the feedback I'm getting right now is that, okay, it's good for us to have these smaller meetings. Maybe for the general meetings, that would be myself and Adele really putting together a meeting like this. Say, hey, cohort 13 students, we are meeting today. Then that's for that meeting, we expect that if we have multiple subgroups, we expect that all of you will join in that particular meeting, right? But then for your smaller groups that we are going to, as we are discussing right now, you are going to have a set times of meeting. Then when you meet on those occasions, at least we should be aware, we should all be in the known. We're going to work around it and possibly come up with a team that will be visiting group by group by group, or possibly a dedicated team member for you. So if I'm dedicated to your group, then I know very well when you are meeting at any point in time and I can visit. And when you need help, you know who to reach out to. That, hey, Obed, you are the one who is attached to our group. Please, I'm not saying this as something that we have thought about. Okay, this is on the fly. And it's something that we could all deliberate on and come up with a solution to that. Okay, so from the discussion so far, what the vibe I'm getting is this. We're going to have the smaller groups, and you're going to meet, for the smaller groups, you're going to meet on a regular basis. So say on daily basis or every 2 days, I think the group would have to decide. Or maybe, maybe it has to be a general rule for every team so that it puts each team on their toes. I don't know. We have to see to that. But we're going to have those smaller groups, which is going to run regularly. Then along the line, we may have sessions like this. In fact, we may even have sessions with all cohorts. I think I'm yet to do a session like that where all cohorts, we are joining in. Hey, your senior colleagues are here, your junior colleagues are here. It's an open forum, get to ask your questions to senior colleagues and all. So that should also be possible. So now, this is what, let me see how many people we have on the call right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I can see 13 people here. Oh, there are people now. 14, 15, 16. Out of this, up to about 15 people. Not everyone is in cohort 13, right? But those of you who are in cohort 13, please let me know. You would have to unmute and say yes. Let me know. Okay, so it's a yes and no. Unmute and tell me. If we want to form, let's say, a smaller group. A smaller group. I think 5 is five. Relax. I think 5 is a smaller number because sometimes you show up and people don't show up. I have an issue with that. So if you are 5 and 3 people don't show up, then it becomes a problem. But if you are 10 and only 4 or 5 people show up, and I feel that's good enough a number to do something. So 10 per group. Are you okay with 10 per group? Yes or no? 10 per
Yes,
group.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So
coming. I just want to excuse myself.
Sure. All right. So if yes, I think earlier on we started something on the channel, right? Where people were asked to put the time they are available to study. For those of you on the call who are saying yes, I just want to find out if it's possible to have you all in the same group at least. You are here, you are committing to it. So I can tag you people and follow up on you. So for those of you who are saying yes, I mean, what time are you proposing to meet? What time are you proposing? Evening sessions or morning sessions or afternoon sessions? What do you suggest? Quotating, right? Yes. Yes.
To do with our geographical locations, the change in
Yes.
time and all.
Yes, I understand that. So, but generally, evening is evening for everyone, generally, because those of you in Eastern Africa, at least you lead Ghana by 3 hours. You lead Ghana by 3 hours. So if you say evening, say starting from 6 p.m. at least, it will be 3 p.m. in Ghana. So, I mean, generally, the evening looks evening to almost everyone. The afternoon looks afternoon to almost everyone, okay? Except that the specific time, that one, when you finish the meeting and we put you together as a group, you can deliberate on the specific times of meeting and inform the rest of us. So, evenings, afternoons, morning.
Evening is it would be actually good, but I don't know for others, but I think evening will be better because at least if you have something doing, if you want to go through your materials, if you want to go through tasks, you would have done that. So when you're meeting, you know you're discussing, you've gotten an idea that you want to discuss about.
Okay, so evening, yes.
I also prefer evenings.
Okay, you prefer evening. Yes. Got 30 members around. Please speak for yourself. Hurry up, guys.
I think evening is good. So
Okay.
to study in the day, do the day, and then.
All right, so I've gotten 3 evenings. Please speak. If you're in cohort 13, open up and speak.
I'm good with the evening. Evening is awesome.
Evening.
So we'll go with
okay, great.
I also go with the evening.
I also okay. All right. Yes. Cohort 13 members speak. Hi, Harrison.
I want to ask you. I want to ask something.
Sure.
Will it always be evenings? Like, can't you just have like sometime in the morning?
So that's why we asked so that I mean, if your favorite time or the time that you think works best for you is morning, then maybe we could find a group for those who are interested in doing morning meetings. Okay. So yeah, I think that should work.
Okay.
So you would prefer morning? Is that the case?
Morning, like for some days, maybe probably weekends morning. Then other times can be evening.
Oh, okay. So you still stick with evening during the weekdays? but morning in the weekend. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, guys, please speak up. Core 13 members. You are the reason why we are here.
Okay.
If I come for 6 sessions, yes.
Yeah, I also
Evening
prefer
is better for
mornings.
me.
Who said he prefers mornings? Zembos
Yeah,
or Steven?
Steven, I'm the one.
Steven. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mornings.
Okay.
All right. I think the best way to do this puts you guys together. Class prefect. Right name for Socrates. Yeah. I just think a
Hello.
lot. Now, hi.
I also prefer evening.
Evening. Okay. So this
Thank
is what we do right now. Okay. So guys, let's deliberate on this before we continue. I want to split the group right now. With those who are evenings, find a group for you, then start so that you can start having a discussion. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm following the conversation.
How do we have
Can you hear me?
smaller group out of the bigger group? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I can
Or
always
do we
say,
consider
yeah. So I think, like I said, for me, some people want smaller groups, some people want bigger groups, or they want the big group, not necessarily bigger groups. I think everybody has pushed for one single group, not necessarily bigger groups.
Yeah.
So the smaller group, I think 10 is kind of like, even in the ALX itself, the ALX groups on the PLD days are 10. There's some reasoning would have gone into that decision. 10 is not a magic number, right? I didn't just pick 10 for no reason. So I think that makes sense to go with. We are going for smaller groups. 10 also makes sense, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I think that makes sense. I want to pull each group. To me, they have multiple, more than one anyway. So each group of 10, I want to see how they go about it, right? So everyone work or have full-time school. So that means they'll be available during the day, and evening works better for them. Also, I guess I might also want to consider some people want to have less frequent meetings, or maybe that would be a good idea for the whole group to have weekend sessions, right? When people are not available during the week, will be able to join in, right? I'm just throwing this out, right? So these are ideas.
Yeah.
So it's not something you can find. It's not something you can decide on in one day. You want people to be able to chip in, and then talk about availability. Then also time zone is another issue, right? Ideally, you want to have the ALX model is to have everybody in a group be in the same time zone, right?
Exactly.
So you don't have someone in Ghana who's on GMT and someone who's in East African time, just 3 hours ahead, right? So there's that 4 time zones: GMT, WAT, CAT, and EAT, right? So yeah, that's another consideration. So I think we just let people say what would work for them, right?
Yeah. So this is based on what you are saying. I mean, I want us to try and there aren't a lot of people on the call at the moment, right? There are no more than 20 on the call right now. So try and form like at least 1 or 2 groups, okay? Then for them to now go and deliberate based on the suggestions that I found, whether they want to be meeting on weekends, a specific time, like they should do it when they are in that smaller group. Then give us a final decision. Okay, this is the schedule that we have come up with based on our discussions. Then we would now see to it that you guys are meeting, things, whatever you need is happening and all. But the concern I'm having right now is to contain our smaller groups discussion, because I still want everything to be accessible to the community, right? We could have just said, hey, go and create, and it takes you out of the community. Okay, I don't have a problem with taking you out of the community. I just want to make sure that everybody who is in there, we have direct oversight so that we can assist when we can. Okay, because I mean, anyone at all, I don't even mind if everybody here decides that they are going to create their own group and pick people from here and go. I really don't mind because you join as okay, but just so that plans that we are making will be able to offer these plans to you all. That's where I'm wondering where we should have it such that you have these smaller groups in a particular space. So currently I'm thinking about Discord, but I don't know how feasible that is. So that we'll have like channels dedicated to these smaller groups. That's where you meet patients. We can walk in anytime you're having your study and all. That is my opinion, but let me hear from you, especially Adeoli. Please let's deliberate on this right now. Someone is at my door. Yes, anyone can talk. I'm listening.
I think Discord will allow you to have multiple sessions at the same time on like Telegram, so that's an option. But I think for a lot of people, getting a lot of people are not on Discord. They have to sign up for Discord, and then there's some issues with the actual experience of having a session on Discord, right? So people complain about the settings and also the fact that it consumes a lot of data. That's a complaint I've had myself. Then also, I guess it's not really an issue, but recording on Discord is kind of tricky for most people.
Yeah, that's the problem actually. It's a problem.
Discord, it depends on how you want to go about it. Discord allows everybody to be in. So Discord works for 2 reasons, or 3 reasons actually, if you think about it. Discord allow them do the big group and small group things side by side. You could have on the same platform, like use the same platform to do your general groups. Everybody joins, and you could have your smaller group meetings. Discord allow you have multiple calls at the same time, right? So that's one thing.
Okay, so
2 is that Discord allows you to
okay, go ahead.
In the chat rooms or the voice, whatever, your video chat rooms or whatever, there's a persistent message channel, right? So one complaint about it is that immediately you leave the meet session, all the messages in the chat, the links or whatever, you lose them, right? But Discord is persistent, right? It stays there. So you can, if you have this call today, on Wednesday, if you try to remember something, you can go back and look at the messages that, okay, he said this and she said that and I said this, right? That's another thing. So the thing about Discord is that it's actually like unlike Meet, it's a persistent, it's an actual platform. So after the session, I can text somebody who's on the call, right? On Meet, you can't do that, right? So I think those are the 3 things that make Discord a viable option. But again, everything has drawbacks. So Discord, in my experience, streaming on Discord consumes much more data than Meet, right? And also because, Okay, the other thing about Discord is that over Meet is that Meet, unless you set up a whitelist, the host starts to let people into the meeting, right? For Discord, anybody on the server can join. So that's another thing to consider.
With the Discord meetings in particular, just on the last point, I think you can set regulations to who can join a particular meeting or something like that. I've not really played much with their permission as possible. So now the other alternative I'm thinking about, as for WhatsApp, like I really don't like WhatsApp as a means of having these groups.
Nah, WhatsApp is not it at all.
Yeah, the reason I don't like it is because now that's like home that people play at, right? Like you easily click away and go and be chatting with someone else, even when some serious discussion is going on. So I like to take myself away. Those who have my WhatsApp group. Maybe you mute yourself from your end. Okay, so personally, I've not been responding on WhatsApp. Like I hardly go there because when you go there, a lot of chats will easily take your time and all. So I'm not an advocate for WhatsApp. But then the alternative that I'm thinking about right now is using sub Telegram groups. So that say the smaller group will now create a sub Telegram group that would probably have the like will be granted access so that we can work in anytime. And if we happen to pair anybody to that group, that person too will have access to the group and get to go in there. The advantage I always have, like the reason I always choose Telegram is that this video that did I record a video? I was going to say this video I'm recording. Okay, great. Yes, it's being recorded. This video I'm recording is being recorded on Telegram's server, right? So I can come back anytime and download it. And any of you can download it when we are done with the meeting. And we can even download the video and keep it in the Telegram group such that anybody at all who can later can have access to the video in the group. And in the same way, the chat in Telegram is persistent. Unfortunately, during a session like this, you can't directly type. Like right now, I have to move from this screen of mine to go back to Telegram chat to be able to type something in there. So that is one possible disadvantage of Telegram. But then, hey, if it is not just testing, then during live sessions, I mean, you could all share your screen, show us, and all of that, have that discussion. So would that be feasible? Or let's compare using Telegram subgroups as against using Discord. Which one do you think would be feasible, and which one do you think we should go with? Yes. Or 30 members here.
I think Telegram will be great.
Okay. All right. So Telegram. Code 13. Constant Telegram. Yep. Yes.
Telegram will be good.
Okay. All right. That's good. Yes, guys, speak up. Speak up. Let me move on to the next thing. Hurry up. Like
Telegram
we spent 1 hour thinking. All right, great. At least I want at least 5. I've had 3 people choosing Telegram. Yes.
For some of us, we really not. I think I'm just enjoying the options because for I think 3 years or thereabout, I've not been on Telegram. So even coming back, I realized that there are too many improvements that is already making my head pop. So I think the best for some of us, why we are quiet, is because I think we are all looking at the options and the benefits. So one key takeaway from this project is going to be, from this program is going to be that it's bringing me back into tech. It's making me realize that I had gone too far away. Maybe I had even gone behind the T-set.
I see. Okay. I mean, yes, Telegram, one reason why I've started with Telegram is they keep making improvements, right? I think when we started using Telegram, that was when they released the live streaming feature. This feature. It wasn't originally there. So when they released it, I was like, then we couldn't do this in WhatsApp. In fact, we started a group from WhatsApp, but we couldn't have live sessions like this from WhatsApp. Then we tried using Zoom, Google Meet, and all, but then Telegram, I can go several hours. No one is going to end the call, and I still get to record it without having to use any external recorder. So that's the advantage I have seen with live with Telegram. That means during your meetings, all you need is to click a button to start recording, and you can be on your live stream for as long as you want. There's no cap to how long. And also, the link to the video doesn't have to be processed somewhere. As soon as the meeting is done, you can share the link to the group so that anybody at all can have access to it. So I think we should, from the foregoing, I think would stick with Telegram, right? Telegram. So this is what I'm going to do on Telegram right now. Quick. I mean, we are looking for action. Action. So in order to do this, okay, I think it's simple. When the group is 10 members, we'll close the group. So I'm going to create a new group right now for 13 group 1. It's new group. Who do I have on my contacts? Adeoli. I have Adeoli on my contact. Let me add him. Okay. Then I create. Okay. Course 13 group 1, right? 01. I think that makes sense. I create. I don't know why it seems weird. I create. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I've created a group and I'm going to share the link to the Cohort 13 group right now. And I need those of you who are interested in joining the group. When you go, wants it to be like you go in there and you don't know when to do. So those of you who are interested more in the evening meetings, you join the group. Then in there you can deliberate on the specific time of the day that you are going to meet, right? Because some of you are at different time zones. We appreciate that, but you deliberate on that inside the group. So those of you interested in, how do I even get the link? Group invites group link. I'll revoke the link as soon as it is 10 members full. So please, if you are interested in that, just to here. Oh, my big man is around. I've seen him here.
Is for the evening.
Yes, go ahead.
I was asking, is the link that you are making for the evening?
Yes. Evening, those who want to meet on evenings. Cohort 13. So yes, I'm dropping the link in there. Is someone saying something? Dummy, you cannot speak. You have to mute. You get feedback. But if you are speaking, go ahead and speak. So guys, those of you who are interested, join that group. I'll delete the message as soon as. It had to be a group. See, so let me explain the feature on Telegram for you to appreciate something right now. You see how we have segregated the main group into cohorts, cohort 7, cohort this, cohort this. These are actually not, what is it called? That's not groups per se, they are not channels. Telegram calls them topics. So if in your group you cover different topics, then you are just using it to segregate them. But essentially, all of them are together. So I could actually turn this off and go to view messages. So if you view as messages, it has every as just one single group. Okay, so that's why it's not the best, because I want people to be able to have concurrent meetings. Your subgroup is having a meeting, other subgroups are having meetings, and that should be able to happen, right? And please, we are going to be strict on it. I mean, eventually, we'll need people to set 1, 2, 3. Please, if you are not in cohort 13, don't join the group. Now the group is 13 members. One person will have to be kicked out, but then let me revoke the link first. Anyway, so I am very keen on how people seriousness and all. So sports, those who are serious, those who are not serious, then get rid of it. Hey, how do I revoke the link? I can't find. Links, invite links. Okay. Let me revoke link. Great. So now that group is filled. So this means that every one of you is here on the call. Then Ajerico, is that person here? I haven't seen. Then, do you have anyone by that name? Where are you? Still can't find.
Hello?
So how did Jane enter the group when he's not here?
Hello, did you just mention my name?
Who is in? I can't see. Tommy, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
No, I didn't mean. Anyway, like I've seen you in the group. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay, great. So, subgroup 1, guys, I would want you to start a conversation around. I think this is what we're going to do, right? For some time we thought about doing some sort of training of trainers, TOT. Training of trainers is like, because some of us do not have a lot of time to spend with every one of you, would pick and choose a few people who are really serious. Then we train them so that they can handle the groups. We thought about that previously, but we weren't able to implement that, or we haven't been able to implement that yet. So this is what I'm looking for. 2 people to step up that, hey, we are going to lead this group and make sure that it succeeds with our support. I mean, I just want volunteers who will say, hey, I probably have a lot of free time on my hand, I'm disciplined enough, and I'm going to ensure that this subgroups goes on. And that is a person that I'll speak to most of the time. That's a person that if I have queries for the group, we'll go to. That's a person that, we need 2 people. Those are the people that will deliberate on when we should have the meeting with you, when you should meet your peer. When you have challenges, that's the same person that will now come and communicate it with us. All right. And you should appreciate what I'm saying. I hope it makes sense and it's something that you agree to. I don't know if I'm dumping my ideas on you or you all agree. Which one is which?
It's a great one. The only thing is that why I'm not volunteering is that my schedule is extremely tight. So if I do, I'll be pulling others back because I don't want to take on something that I'm going to make others fail instead of progressing.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, and just to add on, please, I don't need you to be like the best student. I don't need you to be like the guru among them, the one who's going to be teaching. No. All I need is for you to be dedicated, disciplined, the one who will call people to order. Then we will try our best to make you the best. Okay, I love people who sacrifice. I
can volunteer for that. Anyway, it's also an opportunity to grow and to learn and to, like, for me, I'm really willing to learn. And if I understand, the whole objective is not to teach other, but it's just to call everyone together so that we can work together, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I can volunteer.
Great. This is
because I also need this to push me.
Great. I mean, one thing that a lot of people not really know about, I said maybe we would be having sessions on career coaching sessions probably. One thing that you do not know is community management is a very good skill that you would need to add onto your CV. I mean, you really need it. For those of you who do not know, I mean, the role that I was going to pick up with ALS, one of the key things that I had to indicate is my experience with managing communities, my experience with teaching people and all. And those things have to come on my CV, right? And community building, how I created a community, how I'm keeping a community going and all. So it is really great. And just to mention, there is a new kind of what I say, job position or role associated with software development called DevRel. DevRel. Those of you on tech Twitter a lot, you might have come across it. That is developer relations advocates. That's the full role, developer relations advocates. And anytime they're going to employ you for such a role, like you need the experience of community building, like you're an advocate, okay? So that is how I see it. It's an experience that you gain, and at least, irrespective of how small the community you're managing is, he who is faithful with smaller things is always put in charge of bigger things. See it from that angle, at least I am really a testimony to that, so I can attest to it. So levels would be one, need a second volunteer for the group. Okay. Please.
You said so, right?
Yeah, yes. Sure. You're volunteering, is that it?
Yes, I know.
Okay, great. So this is what is going to happen. Please take note of Adeole if you don't already know him, and myself. All right. If there is any concerns you have with the group, that you need any help, assistance in any form or shape, hey, let me correct that, not assistance in any form or shape before somebody will start calling me for money. No, I mean something relevant to your progress. Okay, I keep saying my focus is for you to become the best of software engineers, right? So something like that. If you need any help in relation to that, you know the two people to reach out to. For now, at least for now, until we get dedicated technical mentors for you. But then I hope you are good on that. So in the group right now, this is what you do. It is an opportunity for you to get to know each other. So you start off by doing some sort of introduction. So group leader, this is what you do. You need a group to start some form of introduction, maybe specific details that you want to know. This is only 10 people. It doesn't kill. I mean, to know everyone in the group. In fact, you should really know everyone in the group. Okay, it helps a lot. And once you've established that and you know everyone in the group, then we can start discussing maybe our first meeting, hopefully to flesh out a schedule that we're going to work with. Okay, so today is what is today? Today is Thursday, right? I hope I'm right. Today's Thursday. Let me give you up to, I like short deadlines, but then hopefully by next Thursday, you should have given me like a schedule that is going to work with you. Or next Thursday is too long, so let's make it Tuesday. Next Tuesday, Okay. So let me type in your group so that when I come in there, I'll type in your group, then I would pin it in the group. That's when I come quickly, where do we have it? Say next week, Tuesday, right? Give meeting schedules and everyone should know each other. I mean, I can come in and do a test. You may see it as trivia. Yesterday, I had a meeting with Julian, and he told me why it's important to reach out to every team member. So now, like, I've been tasked to reach out to my colleagues that I'm working with. I mean, the staff of ALS, and get to have a personal relationship with every one of them. Okay. And you may not see when as soon as he started talking about it, I realized the essence. I'm an introvert. It's very difficult for me to reach out to people at all. But hey, it's the best, and you never appreciate it until you are really in need of somebody, and you know that having a relationship like that is the best you can do for yourself. So everyone should know each other. Very important. Each or one another. Each and everyone. Okay. So those are your two tasks you are supposed to achieve. Subgroup 1, you're supposed to achieve this by next week Tuesday. So group leaders are Melos, okay, ZLL, okay, and Ali, right? Okay, group leaders. So the group leader, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you, it means I have to save your contacts. I'm going to make you admin to the group. Note, you're not adding anyone to the group, okay? I'm making you admin so that you can create posts. It's a feature in Telegram. So if you don't know, I mean, you learn how to do it. You're going to be able to create posts to find out or get feedback from others. Then schedule meetings like this, live streams like this. Okay, I would love to be in your first live stream, especially if it is to deliberate on your schedule. So before next week Tuesday, if you decide on something, let me know. Then hopefully I'll join in. Are there still people here who haven't gotten into the subgroup and are looking forward to get into a subgroup that I should create subgroup too? Are there any people like that on the call? Dami, were you saying something?
Hello?
Hi.
I had a bad network. I didn't get the link for the first group you created. I don't know.
Okay. So please, let's discipline ourselves. This is what I'm saying. I mean, let's discipline ourselves. If you're already in a group, please don't join the next group. It doesn't make sense for you to join the next group. Okay.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, I'm listening.
Are we added automatically to the group, or we have to click a link? I don't know.
You have to click a link. So I'm creating a new group right now. New group right now. Adeoli, you know that I'm going to add you to all the groups. No wahala. Or
I don't cry already.
don't cry. Don't cry. I mean, what's for happen is this is cohort 13, right? So we should be able to have people from other cohorts, say cohort 9, cohort 10, cohort 8, to come and assist with the group, okay? So we'll have some work to do at the background, but then that's for the 10 or something.
Yeah, no one. When we meet those cohorts, as far as things will bring up, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you are willing to sacrifice, I'm willing to sacrifice for you. So those of you too in cohort 13, you know very well that a time will come, I'll come and call you to now and help people in cohort, the cohort ahead, so 15, cohort 17, and co. If you are willing to sacrifice, I don't mind sacrificing. See, right now, today, for me to be here, if you know my schedule that I've stopped and I've come here, you wouldn't you wouldn't take this for a joke. I mean, like, I'm really tight today. I was even wondering if the meeting will come off, like if I was going to be able to. But then, hey, man got to do what man got to do, right? So now get the link, share to the group. So go to add members, invite link. Okay. So please, once again, if you are here and you've joined subgroup 1, please don't join subgroup 2. I remember when I started iKrate community on WhatsApp, people will join, like we have about 5 different groups, and there are people who are in all 5 groups. Meanwhile, it's the same message that I'll put in all the groups. Okay. So subgroup 2, I'm dropping the link right now. If you are in subgroup 2, like you aren't part of group 1, but you want to join, please use that link. I'll revoke the link after, say, about 5 minutes, because people will come, they don't know what the link is about, they click and join. Okay, so please, we'll close it, and only your admins will be able to accept people coming in. So Dami has joined. Sheriff, are you there? Because you mentioned you hadn't joined the group. Hurry up, otherwise I'll close the link. Yes, okay. So that is that for the pairing and all. Yes. Now the last bit of question that I have for you all before we bring the session to an end is maybe, okay, some of you mentioned, I think where you have gotten to, you haven't gotten to places where I haven't done videos and or written something on it. But I'm thinking of possibly creating more videos explaining concepts. And that may not necessarily be live sessions, right? I would do my best to work in live sessions, but also try to see if I can create videos to explain concepts. So the question that I was going to ask is, like, what's your opinion? Like, what exactly are you looking for? Is this something you are looking forward to? Should I focus on writing things or create videos for you? What kind of videos are you looking for? Let me hear from you as well. I mean, right now you are my partners in all of this. I won't be able to do it if you are not here. In fact, today I think I should have been celebrating by now. And thank you all. I should appreciate every one of you. I was sent an email today that my YouTube channel has 5K subscribers. And I was excited. I mean, when I started the program, I think my channel had 700 subscribers. And those times I was creating pharmacy-related content. So thank you so much. But then let me hear from you. Are there any videos, like, do you have a video request that you think I should do to explain concepts? Please don't tell me to do printf project. Please don't tell me to do printf, because that one there is too. Yes, anyone? You have any requests? Hi, Constance.
Yeah, you mentioned that there are some concepts that you don't have videos covering them. So, if possible, like I want videos in the format you have now, because they're really helpful for the concepts that you don't have videos on.
Okay. All right. That's well noted. At least people are still going. So I think it's after C that I relaxed. But even in C, I mean, there are a few things that I didn't do. Doubly linked list, I didn't do then I think dynamic libraries too, I didn't do. There are a couple of them. But some of these C things, unless maybe I call Adewale to go and do that one. Because me, I've run away from sea for good, and I don't really dream of going back to sea. I don't dream of going back to sea.
Don't do this.
Please, please, please. So maybe we should be thinking of the Python, the JavaScript, those ones I'll do for you. But see, Adewale, they will see you and you will see them. As for me, you can't
we all
see.
get together.
Sure. Yeah, so AOBs. I think what I'm happy about today is the fact that we've gotten the subgroup, and hopefully we are able to replicate this across the other cohorts. But then want to see to it, you are the first cohort that I'm meeting. We are meeting for this thing. So please, and please again, don't disappoint me. Please, if you have a schedule, you can't meet up, send a message, like let the leaders of the group know why you can't meet up, why you can't make it for the session and all. Don't just leave. I mean, even if you are too sick to do anything, you are leaving ALS for any reason, whatever, please do communicate. Let the group leaders know that this is why I can't make it or anything. I mean, we want to be there for each other. The fact that you leave ALS doesn't mean you are out of the community and there is no relationship between us again. Because some of us are leaving ALS after 2016, whether I like it or not, I have to. there is no two ways. I'm not repeating. And I have to do everything complete 16th of June and I'll be gone. And I wouldn't say because I've completed, I'm no longer a member of the community, right? So please, whether you are leaving or not, we still want to have you. We still want to help you. We still want to be your friend on this journey. Whether you change your mind to become a data analyst instead of a software engineer, or you become anything you are doing in tech, please, we are interested in. So let's have that community going. I'm really keen about it. The 10 people in the group. Now I have to move one person from the other group to join the second group, right? But very important, the 10 people in the first group, I look up to you to implement what we are discussing and make it work. Please, then we end. We have 8 minutes to do it. Yes.
Okay, good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
My name is Mr. Idrin Henrupe from Nigeria.
Right.
Actually, I've not been able to make any contributions because I'm actually a new intake of the ALX Africa. My cohort is meant to start on the 22nd of May, software engineering this month.
That's
cool. But actually
17. Okay.
Yes, yeah. I actually followed you up from the articles. I read your article, followed you up on your LinkedIn and your Twitter. And ever since then, I've been trying to follow you up, whatever posts you either on your Twitter page or whatsoever. So I try to follow up. So why I had to join is so that I can have tips of the iceberg, how the program is going to look like, and also to listen from my seniors also, like you and some other persons who have already begun the program. So that's why I have to join. So I know as time goes on, following you guys to make me to be a better software engineer in the future. So that's why. So I want to thank you so much for your mentorship. You feel that it's something you love doing, but to most of us, you really, especially from your article you online I read, I really enjoyed it. Also, the one that one of the lady who you asked her about her experience. So I read that article too. So in fact, it was a challenge to me because I'm a baby when it comes to programming. I've never done it before. I'm a mechanical engineering graduate. That's what I practice. This is my first time in tech generally. And the story of that lady actually touched me. I said, if she could do that, someone with a baby, and she could do that, I said, why can't I do it? That was also a challenge. So I thank you so much for those articles. It really helps me, to shaping me. And I believe with what I've heard so far and with the way I've been following you up, I'm going to be a better, programmer at the end of the 1A program, So I really
Sure,
appreciate.
sure,
So
sure.
thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're
Yeah, thank
welcome.
you.
We
Yeah.
excited. I mean, yes, it's exciting to be here and join ALS and all. And I believe that, as you might have seen, without a
Yeah.
community, it's really difficult to succeed, right? I mean, people are capable of doing it. I believe everything is possible, but it goes easy on you. Okay, see, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, then go with. My goal has never been to be the best reaching. Like, hey, I mean, if you think about it, I could have thought that, oh, all these times that I have and I'm spending on these sessions, and oh, let me just focus on learn, become the best. Like, that is like getting there fast. Okay, but hey, I want to go far. So I'm doing it hand in hand with you. I'm trying to assist as many people as possible, like doing all of these things. And now we want it to also be you, driving you. I want to be able to come into your sessions and I will sit there and learn from you guys, your experience and all. We're able to learn, your colleagues will be able to learn. Please, like this skill, even the skill of teaching others, I mean, maybe when we meet at sub-group levels, we are going to try our best to do that. And those of you who are also volunteering to be leaders, I will probably set up different meetings to you, I mean, to assist you specially, however possible we can. Okay, so yes, cohort 17 will start. When you start, we'll create a group for cohort 17, and we'll try our best to help cohort 17 as much as we can. Great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sure. Yes. So AOB, any other? Any other? How many more minutes do we have?
I want to ask you a question. Like, how do we access
Sure.
these subgroups? These subgroups
How
you just created. How to access these subgroups you created? I'm
you
kind
want
of
to
finding
assess
it a
it?
bit like if we are in the core 13 group, how do we get to the subgroup? Any of them? Like,
Or if you have joined the subgroup, then you have access to it. Like you see it on your Telegram.
okay.
Yes. So if you have joined, just check. You find it there. Your list of chats.
Okay.
Telegram group. Okay. AOB. AOB.
Okay, all right, I've
Hi.
seen it.
AOB. Okay, great, great. So there are only 2 people in that group right now, but then a lot of people are reaching out. So hopefully tomorrow I'll write notes and share it in the main group, and those who are interested will join the subgroup. And as soon as you are 10, we'll cap it. And if there are more requests, we'll create more. Okay. Yes, AOB. Are there really final comments to cohort 13 members?
Better late than never. So, in my personal experience, and I started later than this, like I'm actually done with Sprint 1, is that the program is meant to be done. The program is built around PLN. They specifically tell you, right? And the sooner you set up a peer group that will help you go through the program, the better. The quality of your experience, the speed at which you understand, you pick up concepts and you tackle your projects. Like, in my experience, there's no downside to actually doing peer learning, right? It helps everybody. You gain information faster. People bring different resources, tools. It helps you. So, my advice is to give this peer learning thing a shot. Invest in it well. Don't half-ass it, right? So just try as much as you can to actually make this work, and you will see the benefits for you. And also, this is from the advice a mentor gave me, and I was struggling at a point. He said the 3 tenets of the program are you dedicating to actually following the framework, right? So that is focusing on problem solving and not the tasks, peer learning. And the third part is using the resources they give you. That is not just from the tasks, but stuff like technical sessions. That's your walking or live learning session, the other stuff they do, they have other ones they do. So also look at doing that. And how do I say? Everybody has, I don't know, I assume everybody has a target in mind for community ALX. Otherwise, you wouldn't just sign off, especially 1 year of your life for no reason, right? So always keep that target in mind. Let that be your motivation. When Shege won't choke you, let that just say, let me just do a little more, right? Also, I like to say that ALX is a marathon. Pace yourself. If you feel that you need a break, sometimes it's 30 minutes when you're fighting in a bug. Sometimes it's a day or 2 off. So I'm just taking the weekend, just rest, hang out with your people, do things, right? If you need to take a break on the program, you need to defer. As long as your long-term goals, you have to keep them in mind. It doesn't matter whether you do the program in 12 months or 15, right? In fact, I would actually say that I won't prompt anybody to defer, right? Because it's an important decision. But it's better to do the program in 15 months and come out as a well-rounded software engineer than to rush through it in 12 months and not gain the benefits of doing it, right? So yeah, I mean, those are my last words. So yeah, try to give this a shot. You have an opportunity that is presented to you. Just try to make the best use of it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for that. And to my fellow software engineers in the making, I hope that resounded in your ears very well and you took seed from it. Once again, I'm excited to have you all here. I mean, it's really great to always be in the midst of people who are striving to do great things. I don't take it for granted when you spend your time with me. So if I'm to give my last words, what will I say? It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would have done it. Right? Let that resound all the time. I mean, as soon as you start complaining, just reassure yourself, like, we are very much aware that it's not easy. That's why only few people do it. But then there are a lot of benefits, right, that comes with it. And if it was easy, everyone else would have gotten it. I mean, who doesn't like good things? Everybody would have gone for it. But you know how good becomes good. It passes through fire. It is refined. It becomes good. So you are going to pass through a fire. And you can only expect to become good after you've gone through the fire. There's no escaping, right? There's no escaping. And I can bet that everybody in the ALS team has, like, you're good at heart. Like, I mean, maybe as a student, you may not see. I think yesterday or last 2 days, I was having a discussion with Adole. You mentioned something, you opened my eye to something. I was like, wow, I didn't even think about it this way. And maybe as a student, you not see. But that's the reality. Like, these people are spending sleepless nights. Why? Do you think it's because you are paying them money? Because, I mean, in our normal school, we say, oh, I mean, the lecturers, we've paid them, that's why. I mean, he can't sleep because we've paid it. Here, you're getting all of these things for free, but these people are dedicating their life. Like, so I told somebody, I don't want to mention names here, but yeah, some of my work colleagues right now who I think do not sleep. Like, they are always working on something because student problems, imagine, like, we have hundred thousands of students. Okay, problems coming in every single time. Somebody has to be there to respond to the request, something like this thing. So people are literally putting in their all for you. They are like struggling. You may not appreciate it, as I'm saying. Like when people show up and they're saying, "Oh, this thing is done." Let's say you as a software engineer in training, think about it, how your internet works, how the checkout works, and all of those things. Like there are people who are behind it, who are writing code every now and then to make sure that every new feature that you are asking for, you are getting. And like people are, let me stop talking about, but in essence, what I'm saying is that there are a lot of people who are vouching for your success, okay? And they are dedicating their lives to ensure that you succeed on this journey. You become like the senior or excellent software engineer that you have dreamt of becoming. It is now left to you as an individual to allow yourself do the things you are supposed to do, go through the fire and not escape it, so that you are refined into gold. I mean, there are easier routes out there that you can choose to go with and all, but what is important to us is to help and assist you to become the best version of yourself. Okay, and I do not count, I have no memory of like failure, like, oh, you failed at this, or you took several years to get here, or all of those things. I keep asking myself why it was easy for me to dedicate 6 years of my life, like 6, okay? If you cannot count, let's count 365 days plus another 365 plus another plus another plus another plus another. 6 years of my life to go to school to earn a degree, which I'm eventually not using. I spent 6 years of my life to get that. So I'm wondering why now when we tell somebody, I mean, spend the rest of, 2 years of your life, 1 year of your life, or 3 years of your life to get a degree, not a degree, to get a skill set that is even going to pay you more than what the 6 years that I spent in school is going to pay you. Please think about it. Maybe it hasn't occurred to you in that way before, but at least I'm here. I'm pointing you in that direction. I have been there. And in fact, I'm here. Okay? I was ready. That's how traditional education, that's what they told us. Go to school. Finish with the best of grades and all. Like I did all of that. I spent sleepless nights in school to get the best of grades. So now a lot of my colleagues are very surprised to hear that I'm not practicing. Because, hey, why did you then spend all those times you were beating us in class and all of that? Why did you waste that time? Okay, so my question that I'm throwing is to you that if I am going to do that, and I believe a lot of you too have gone to school, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or less than 3 years or anything, you are willing to put in that time to get that degree. Okay, but now you are going to put in 1 year, and it could be more. Okay, it could be more because that's 6 years that I did. I always say that 6 years could actually have been compressed into 1 year, and that's similar to what ALX is doing right now. Like they are compressing it, okay, and that's why it's expected. The 6 years that I was doing 40 hours per week. So imagine if they now did it 70 hours per week. We could have slashed 6 years into like 3 years. Okay, so that's a bit similar because they have used that time. But all I'm saying is that it doesn't really matter if you're going to spend 3 years or 4 years to become the software engineer that you need to be. Okay, like you shouldn't be in a hurry to want to become a software engineer to an extent that you get to learn and get the required experience, and now focus on just getting a certificate, which means nothing to your potential employer. Remember, If it is about certificates that you want to go and use your certificate to get a job, that is why you are rushing through the program to go. They are going to pick the people who did the masters in software engineering over you. They're going to pick the people who did the BSc software engineering over you. The people who did BSc computer science over you, BSc IT. If it is about certificate, all those people will be selected before you because they hold degrees. You hold a certificate. The only thing that will differentiate you is not a certificate, but your skill and experience. The interesting part is that if you truly go through this program and learn very well, you become more skilled than the people who even went to school for 4 years. This is not something I'm coming up with. Anybody on the call who has done computer science or computer engineering attest to what I'm saying. Okay? Practically, a lot of us, when I went to school, they were teaching me things that I was wondering, what's the relevance of this on the field? And when I went to the field during my 5th year, like, it was as if I knew nothing, but I've spent 4 years already in school learning. And I thought I didn't know anything. That's how traditional education is. But unlike traditional education, this education is practically focused. Like, you keep building, build, till you get there. Okay, so let me land by saying that it will be worth your while. So don't rush it. Okay. I know it's not easy for us to take in defeat, like every individual, irrespective of who you are. So it may feel that you are being defeated when you learn and you don't understand. Today, somebody wrote a tweet about how he thought he was a fast learner, but ALX has humbled him and now feels that it takes a lot of time to understand concepts, and he's worried about how it's going to affect him in the future. And I commented that, you shouldn't be worried. I mean, ALX is requiring 70 hours. No work does that. Like, no work actually requires 70 hours. Okay. So take your time. If it takes you time, a lot more time to understand concepts, what do you need? You need time. Buy yourself some time. You need some form of sacrifices. Hey, I spoke to somebody along the line and said specific examples, and I told him, oh, for me, I sacrifice the watching of movies. I sacrifice the watching of football. And he said, oh, football is a problem. He can't sacrifice it. I'm like, I mean, this is more of, how is it called? A barter trade, right? You give what you have to get what you want. It's as simple as that. The only thing they are requesting right now, not even ALX, to become a software engineer. You want to be a software engineer, whether you are using ALX or outside ALX, you still need time to learn and practice. So if it takes you a lot more time to understand, please buy yourself time. I mean, those your conversations, your long conversations that are not, you can indicate 1 year of your life. See, for the past 2 years of my life, I had hardly communicated with any of my colleagues. Like, I closed myself. Once I said that, hey, I'm not practicing, I moved from where I was, went to hide somewhere where nobody knows where I am, except my family, right? Then I focused on learning and upskilling everything that came my way. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but then I was just learning. I started learning cloud, software engineering, name it, a whole lot of things. I started learning all of that. But that's because I was really dedicated on this journey. Like, I really want to see it through. So please again, buy yourself time, go through it. It pays. Okay, if you do it right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And hopefully we'll meet some other time. We'll hopefully have a lot more sessions as was requested. Probably once every month we'll have a session where we meet, say, with this particular cohort, or we meet the whole community we may have open forums and all. It's not going to be easy. Maybe we'll have to start recruiting for community managers. Those of you who are interested in running communities, maybe this is the right time for you to shine. You show up if you have any such interest. I mean, you like building communities and you want to use this as a learning ground to be able to build a community, help us manage the community, come up with events for the community, and I think we are open to that. You can always reach out. Let's discuss any plans to help the community grow and the members in the community grow in particular. Thank you so much. For the subgroups, once again, if you are in subgroup 1 of course 13, your group leaders have given you an assignment. We need feedback by Tuesday for I think it's not loading. Tommy, I've added you, right? Yes. For group 2, let me see how far group 2 is right now. Subgroup 2. Hey, where is subgroup? Okay. So still 2 members. So hopefully tomorrow we get people get into subgroup 2. Then we can set leaders for subgroup 2 and you also begin your assignment. Thank you so much. Group leaders for group 1, subgroup 1, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Adeole. You are going to be giving star pass to me. I mean, on Telegram, I hardly respond to individual chats. Like, I really don't read individual chats on Telegram. When I come, it's the groups. But then for you, I'm going to save your contact so that you are allowed to send me private chats. Okay, and hopefully I'll respond to it. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you some other time. Until we meet again. Bye-bye.
You're too much. You're just too much. Appreciate you, man.
You're welcome.